All right, everyone. Thank you for joining. We will start sharp on time, but we will still accepting people as they come in. So welcome to the first partner-led enterprise workshop. This is part of the series of workshops that we provide in a weekly basis to our enterprise customers. So we have office hours and we have adoption workshops as well as product-related workshops. And now we have invited our certified partner from the Syria region, Nanosek. So just to let you know, we will have them presenting. We also will have a Q&A section that you can find in the options from Zoom. So you can leave your answers there. Questions there. We will try to answer your questions as the presentation goes on. So now I will leave you with Ran and Edward.
Hello, everybody. Hello. So thank you for joining us for the bot management workshop. This is the workshop will be carried by Edward. Edward is one of our lead engineers, and we worked a lot on that. It's a very interesting workshop that includes a demo and a lot of in-depth technical information. A little bit about us, about Nanosek. Nanosek, we are one of the leading partners of Cloudflare. We are an authorized service delivery partner, ASDP, with a lot of experience with customers in all verticals and all segments. We work very closely with Cloudflare, try to be very technical, and we work a lot also with the product teams and SEs and people from all around Cloudflare. Nanosek, we are based in Israel, but we work also in Europe. We have engineers also in Bulgaria, and we're gradually expanding to other places in Europe. And we also have other customers. Most of our customer base is in Israel, but a growing number of customers are also in Europe. That's about us approximately. So feel free to contact us. We have contact details in the beginning of the presentation, and we also leave contact details in the end of the presentation. The goal is that you can feel free to contact us for any questions that you may have, regardless if you are a customer of ours or a customer of Cloudflare, or even if you're not a customer at all. Feel free to contact us with any questions, anything technical or even non-technical. We'll do our best to help you and to assist you. Also, as Jorge mentioned in the beginning, feel free to ask questions in the Q&A section. We will try to answer the questions during the presentation, but if not, we will address them in the end of the presentation. We will have a special Q&A time. So with this, I will pass it on to Edward to continue on with the presentation.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Edward, and I'll guide you through this bot management workshop, and let's see how it can benefit your business. Today, we'll explore how to identify, mitigate, and prevent bad bots from harming your digital assets. We will cover the bot basics, detection and mitigation, real-world use cases, and hands-on demos. Bots are no longer a passive presence on the internet. Many of them are actively disrupting businesses, particularly in high-demand shopping periods. Let's take a look at what happened during the Black Friday on 2024. 29% of all the traffic on Black Friday was from GrinchBot, which is an automated script designed to buy up limited stocks before even the real customers have the transfer. From Cloudflare data, that's 4 times more than what they saw just 3 years ago, and it doesn't stop there. Bots were responsible for 63% of all login attempts. This means bad actors are using stolen credentials to break into customer accounts, leading to fraud and financial losses. Now, why this matters? Beyond the frustration for real customers, businesses are losing billions of dollars. How do we fight back? Cloudflare provides a multi-layered approach to bot mitigation. detecting and scoring bot traffic in real time, blocking malicious activity before it impacts your resources. This means retailers can focus only on serving real customers rather than fighting against automated frauds. Now let's explore how Cloudflare Bot Management solution can help you combat these threats. First, let's start with the basics. What are bots? According to our definition, the main goal is to detect human and non-human traffic. In other words, bots refer to non-browser-based traffic or requests that don't originate from a human user interfacing with a website or application. While not all bots are harmful, distinguishing between good bots and bad bots is critical. Bots actively exploit vulnerabilities in your applications and infrastructure. Their impact can range from credential stuffing attacks, where stolen credentials are validated to gain unauthorized access, to content scraping, where valuable data like pricing or information is extracted without permissions. Other common threats like content spam, which degrades user-generated content platforms, and inventory hoarding, where bots purchase goods depriving the real customers. Bots interact with your applications in various ways, from service communication and API traffic to search engine indexing and native mobile app requests. While many bots serve legitimate purposes, others can disrupt operations and pose significant risks. Now we have split this section into the three pillars of bot management. This will be our high-level view, where later on we'll dive into the low level. The first step is detection, where we need to identify bots. Detection involves analyzing traffic patterns, evaluating attributes like bot scores, JavaScript execution, and TOS fingerprint, and distinguishing between legitimate and malicious bots activities. For example, differentiating between Google bot, which we call it a verified bot, and scrapers targeting sensitive pages. Second step would be mitigation. Once malicious bot traffic is identified, mitigation strategies are applied. These can range from managed challenges to blocking traffic outright or setting rate limits for sensitive endpoints. Of course, you can use workers, turnstile. And the third step is maintenance. Continuous monitoring and refinement are crucial to stay ahead of evolving bot tactics. This includes analyzing logs, updating thresholds, and fine-tuning our rules to maintain optimal protection. For example, it's adjusting thresholds for API traffic from specific regions based on new traffic patterns. Throughout this presentation, we will explore each of these pillars. Let's dive in. When it comes to bot protection, Cloudflare provides two key options depending on the complexity of the security needs. For most businesses, Super Bot Fight Mode available on free Pro and business plans is a solid first step. It gives you a basic bot mitigation with configurable actions for different types of bot traffic. For example, blocking automated traffic while allowing verified search engines. However, analytics are limited and it lacks deeper detection capabilities like bot scoring, fingerprinting, and advanced behavioral analysis. This makes it suitable for small to mid-sized businesses that aren't heavily targeted by sophisticated bots. For organizations dealing with persistent, advanced threats, bot management enterprise offers granular control, deeper analysis, and stronger mitigation capabilities. This includes bot scoring from 0 to 99, enables precise filtering based on traffic behavior, JavaScript and TOS fingerprints, the J3, J4, detecting bots to attempt to evade standard detection. Full bot analytics and detection IDs. These provides you detailed insights and fine-tuning options for rules and responses. While Super Bot Fight Mode is a great way to start blocking basic automated traffic, if you're facing credential stuffing, inventory hoarding, or high-scale API abuse, then Bot Management Enterprise is the way to go. What is the best part? Cloudflare offers a free trial for Bot Management Enterprise for enterprise zones, And at Nanosek, we help customers configure and optimize bot protection. We can also assist you in setting up a proof of concept so you can evaluate the impact of advanced bot mitigation in your environment before committing to a full deployment. Now we decided to run a small example so everybody has an idea of against what we are fighting and how it can be stopped really quick. Let's see how it will work in action. In this demo, we will demonstrate an automated scraping attack. We will extract all the products from our beautiful website. We will perform a bulk add to cart attack to simulate inventory hoarding, and we will enable Cloudflare bot management rules to prevent automated traffic from targeting our website. Now let me run the demo. This is our beautiful website. Here on the left side, I exposed my Cloudflare rules. On the right side, I'm running automated scripts. Just a quick show off of how I just gathered all the products from my website. I have the IDs, I have the names, and I have the corresponding pricing. The next will be to add all these products to my cart. And you can see there is nothing that can stop me. Now, this is our quick demo, and later on at the end of the presentation, we'll see how we can expand on that and fully confirm the order while even having some security measures. Now, what I'm doing, I'm enabling the rule and I'm just rerunning the script, and we'll see that it takes effect immediately. So this is how quickly you can stop automated traffic from reaching your website. To return back to the presentation, what we just saw is Cloudflare bot management effectively detects and blocks automated traffic in real time. But how does it determine what's a bot and what's a legitimate user? That's where full bot analytics comes in. Now let's take a look how we can take a deeper look and how to identify and categorize bot traffic in real time. Cloudflare Full Bot Analytics gives you a visibility into bot activity across your website or application. This includes key metrics like bot scores, detection methods, and verified bot categories, allowing you to distinguish between good and bad bots, such as search engine crawlers or scrapers. Bot scoring is the foundation of the detection. Cloudflare assigns every request a bot score from 0 to 99 based on its behavior and attributes. How does it identify it? Cloudflare doesn't rely on just one signal. It combines multiple detection techniques to classify bot traffic accurately. It uses the machine learning, AI-driven analysis detects anomalies in traffic behavior such as unusual request rates or patterns. There is also the heuristics, which evaluates key factors like IP reputation, request headers, and browser behavior to flag suspicious activity. JavaScript challenges to detect bots that fail to execute JavaScript, exposing those that lack real browser behavior. J3 and J4 fingerprinting, which analyzes the TOS handshake to detect bots using non-malicious signature. Now, J3 focuses on the SSL TOS client fingerprint, where J4 detection uh, is on the server side, improving accuracy. To effectively manage bot traffic, we need a way to classify and differentiate good bots and bad bots and human users. Cloudflare provides a set of bot management variables that enable precise detection and mitigation without impacting the legitimate traffic. These variables allow us to score and classify bot traffic on behavior and characteristics, identify and allow trusted bots like Googlebot while blocking malicious automation, analyze the TOS fingerprints to detect advanced bot evasion techniques, challenge suspicious traffic from corporate proxies that may hide bot activities, ensure smooth operation of static assets like CSS, JS, images, while mitigating threats. By leveraging bot management variables and categories, we can create custom security rules that block threats while allowing legitimate users and services to function seamlessly. Beyond analyzing bot behavior, we can also identify automation attempts based on how device establish connection and render graphics. Let's dive into the J3 and J4 and JavaScript fingerprints. So far, we've explored how bot scoring and bot management variables help classify and mitigate automated traffic, but can we take detection even further, analyzing how clients interact with the network and browser environment? The answer is yes. Let's start with the J3 and J4 fingerprinting. These techniques generate a unique fingerprint based on the client's TOS handshake, allowing us to detect automation attempts without relying on easily spoofed data like IP addresses and user agents. However, the J3 has a major challenge. It can be disguised using techniques like Google Grease, which introduce randomness into the TOS handshake to prevent static fingerprints. J4 solves this by incorporating additional handshake attributes and more resilient hashing. It's making it much harder for bots to evade detection. Beyond the TOS fingerprints, we can also analyze signals directly from the browser using JavaScript-based fingerprints. Since every browser renders graphics slightly differently due to variations in the GPU, hardware, drivers, and operating system settings, these differences create a unique but privacy-friendly fingerprint that helps distinguish real users from bots. This works as a challenge response system where Cloudflare injects a small challenge at the edge, the browser processes it in the background, and the result is sent back for validation. This ensures bots can't fake or bypass detection while user privacy remains protected. Now that you understand how Cloudflare detects and classifies bot traffic, the next step is to ensure a smooth and effective deployment. Implementing bot protection too aggressively can lead to unintended disruptions, so a phased rollout approach is the best way to strike the right balance between security and user experience. This approach helps ensure that a smooth transition to protecting your application while minimizing disruptions for legitimate users. The first step, of course, is to enable bot analytics and set rules to lock mode instead of immediately blocking traffic. This allows us to observe patterns without impacting the legitimate users. For example, bot scores based on traffic source uh, from regions like China often shows lower scores because it's a region heavily impacted by bots. Understanding these differences can help us distinguish legitimate traffic from actual bot activities. Once we have a baseline data, we can move to gradual blocking. We can start to introduce managed challenges for requests with low confidence, which for us that means bot score typically in the 2 to 30 range. This step ensures that we are verifying suspicious traffic without outright blocking it. For high confidence malicious traffic such as a bot score of 1, we can gradually introduce blocking rules to prevent unwanted automation while avoiding disrupting the real users. Step 3 is where we need to continuously analyze detection IDs, J3, J4 fingerprints, and false positives to refine our rules. Over time, we can adjust the scoring threshold. Sorry, my headphones stopped. Can you still hear me? Yeah, all right. So the third step is where we need to continuously analyze the detection IDs. This is where we configure our bypass rules for trusted sources to ensure legitimate traffic isn't caught in this filter.
Now, this was the high-level deployment strategy. Let's see how we can implement each step with configuring rules in log mode to gather more valuable insights. Like I said, the first step is always we configure our rules in log mode instead of blocking traffic outright. This allows us to observe the traffic patterns. The goal here is to identify the difference between real users and automated traffic before applying any enforcements. Not all automated traffic is bad traffic. It could be one of our CM system, it could be a monitoring system, it could be partners. So this is where we need to add all those exceptions in our bypass rules before we can continue. For deeper analysis, we recommend that you can always forward your Cloudflare logs to a CM such as Splunk or Elastic. These tools can help you visualize traffic behavior and make it easier to fine-tune our detection strategy. As we gather data, we can refine our rules by allowing trusted traffic while gradually focusing on the suspicious activities. Once we fine-tune the detection and logs contain only malicious traffic, we can confidently switch rules from log mode to active mitigation. This ensures that the bots are blocked without disrupting the legitimate users. But even after enforcements, continuous monitoring is essential to refine our detection and reduce false positives over time. Now that we gathered our insights from the monitoring, the next step is where we build our rule sets that fits your environment. Bot threats vary depending on your business model and application type, so a tailored approach is essential. A generic bot mitigation strategy won't be that effective. Your rule should align with your specific use case. For example, if you operate an e-commerce website, your checkout and login pages are prime targets for bot attacks, such as credential stuffing or inventory hoarding. To improve the accuracy, we need granular details in our rules. Instead of applying broad blocking rules, we can fine-tune detection by using URI paths, bot scores, request headers, and type ranges. This precision allows us to target threats more effectively while reducing false positives. It's just as important to avoid blocking legitimate traffic. Defining trusted sources early helps preventing unnecessary challenges for internal users, partners, or key services. This can be done by allowing known IPs, verifying a specific cookie, or using trusted request headers. Now that we have our tailored rules and defined trusted sources, the next step is taking control over high-risk endpoints that are frequently targeted by bots. One of the most effective ways to do this is by combining rate limiting with bot scoring. Rate limiting is a powerful tool for managing API traffic and protecting critical endpoints from abuse. But when combined with bot scoring, it becomes even more efficient at stopping automated threats while keeping the legitimate users unaffected. Now we're going to see two practical examples where we use rate limiting with bot scores to target different type of bot activity. The first rule on the left is for fully automated bots. These are requests that have a bot score of 1, meaning they are certainly automated traffic. What we look for is requests that repeatedly triggered 401 or 403 response codes, which is a sign for unauthorized access attempts. The rule counts requests based on IP addresses to detect repeated failures. If an IP triggers 20 failed requests within 5 minutes, it is getting blocked. This rule helps to stop brute force bots trying to exploit authentication failures or restricted endpoints. Where the second rule takes more cautious approach, targeting traffic that is likely automated but not fully confirmed as malicious. For example, requests with bot score below 30. What we look for is requests attempting to delete content. URI contains action equals delete. This is a pattern often linked with bot-driven spam or unauthorized actions. How we track it, instead of counting by IP addresses, we use cookie, which is session ID, to track activity across different IPs. We rate limit it if the same request sends 10 delete requests within 1 minute. Then it's getting challenged. By using session-based tracking, this rule is more effective at detecting distributed bot attacks where attackers rotate IPs to evade IP-based rate limiting. Now that we see that we already saw rate limiting combined with bot score can effectively control browser-based bot traffic, but what happens when we shift to API traffic? Managing API traffic requires a different approach compared to browser-based interactions. APIs don't have the same client-side signals that Cloudflare typically relies on for bot detection, such as JavaScript execution, cookies, or user interaction like mouse movement. Understanding the challenge is where we get the lower bot scores. Because API requests lack these browser-like attributes, they often receive lower bot scores than standard web traffic. This means legitimate API requests could be mistakenly flagged as suspicious, especially in cases where requests coming from regions with high bot activities. One of the biggest challenges is the managed challenge, which works well for browser traffic, but aren't always effective for APIs. For example, this happens when the response are served from a different domain than the requests. For example, if a request is sent to api-example.com, but the challenge response comes from example.com, the verification fails. This makes managed challenge unreliable for certain API deployments. Since traditional bot mitigation methods may not be as effective for API, we need alternative solutions to secure API endpoints while keeping functionality intact. Cloudflare API Shield and rate limiting can help improve security by applying protocol level protection or behavioral analysis. Now that we covered securing API traffic using tools like API Shield or rate limiting, let's shift to another focus on the critical challenge, distinguishing real users from bots in web interactions. Should I pause for any questions so far? I don't see anything in the chat.
Feel free to open your mic if you want to ask questions, or you can leave it in the Q&A.
All right. We've all encountered frustrating captchas, clicking on traffic lights or identified blurry text. While they're meant to protect websites from bots, they often do more harm than good. Instead of smoothly accessing a service, users get stuck solving annoying puzzles. This leads to frustration, drop-offs, and poor user experience. On top of that, captchas come with serious privacy concerns. Google reCAPTCHA tracks user behavior and sends data to third-party providers, which raises regulatory and ethical issues. And finally, they're not just effective anymore. AI-powered bots can solve captchas faster than humans, and cyber criminals use captcha solving farms, so where real people solve them for just a few cents per task. So what is the solution here? Turnstile is a modern, privacy-first alternative to traditional captchas. It provides a seamless, highly secure bot detection without frustration for the real users. Unlike captchas, Turnstile doesn't make people click on images or solve puzzles. Instead, it runs quietly in the background, checking behavior and validating users without interruption. And because Turnstile is fully independent of Google, it doesn't track users across websites or sends data to third-party providers, making it a privacy-friendly option. So how does it work? Turnstile is a lightweight widget that's embedded directly in your website. When a user loads a protected page, Turnstile analyzes this behavior and processes it in the background. If everything checks out, it issues a validation token. That token is sent to your backend and along with the user's login credential and or fork submission. From there, you can verify the token using either a Cloudflare worker or the site verify API in your backend. Turnstile is especially useful on high-risk pages like login pages where it stops credential stuffing, sign-up pages where it prevents fake account creations, and payment pages where it blocks fraud and automated card testing. Now that we've seen how Turnstile provides a seamless and privacy-friendly solution for bot detection, we will talk a little bit about the mobile environments. Turnstile works in mobile browsers, but for native apps using WebView, some adjustments are needed to ensure smooth integration. First, web views must allow JavaScript executions. On Android, this includes DOM storage, and for iOS, making sure JavaScript is supported. Next, Turnstile relies on specific regions like challenges.cloudflare.com, which must be included in the WebView settings. React Native handles this by default, but it's always good to double check. Finally, clearance cookie must be handled correctly. If Turnstile cookie setting don't match the Cloudflare zone issuing challenges, users may get stuck in repeated captchas or authentication issues. By setting up web views, allowed regions and cookies correctly, Turnstile can be seamlessly integrated into mobile apps, providing the same bot protection as on the web. Now that we covered how Turnstile works across web and mobile environments, let's put Cloudflare bot management to the test and against an AI-powered bot attack. In this demo, we will simulate an attack that attempts to navigate a website, bypassing a CAPTCHA using AI and complete a fake checkout. Then we will enable Cloudflare bot management rules using bot score of 1 or specific J4 fingerprints and see how it effectively stops the attack in real time. Right. Now again, on the left side is how the script is running. I had a lot of difficulties at the beginning because I could just easily bypass the CAPTCHA and I wasn't able to demonstrate the AI capabilities of the script because the script was just going and clicking on the checkbox. After 1,000 attempts, I managed to get to the AI functionality where we want to solve our CAPTCHA, where we need either the puzzle or the audio challenge. So now we got the challenge with the pictures. We are switching back to the audio version of it. We are sending this to Whisper AI to translate it, and we have the text back. And you can see how easy it is to bypass some of these security solutions. And we have our order completed, fully automated. Now I'm gonna run the same script, but just enabling a simple rule with a bot score of 1 with action of manage challenge. And you can see I directly received the manage challenge. Now on the second attempt, I'll just use the specific J4 fingerprint that the Selenium is using. And I'm getting directly blocked from the rule. So there is no way for me to bypass this solution. So what we saw is how we executed automated attack. We added our product to the cart. We used AI solver. We had the audio challenge passed. We autofilled the form, and everything was good until we enabled the bot protection rules. And then it's no longer possible to bypass it anyhow. And that brings us to the end of our session. We've explored the challenges of bot attacks, how Cloudflare bot management can protect you against them, how you can integrate these solutions into your business. Now we'd love to hear from you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, whether it's about implementation, best practices, or how to fine-tune your security setup. We are here to help.